Alright, welcome back to the channel, folks. It is lunchtime, and today I am making a Monte Cristo sandwich. So I was first introduced to this sandwich in 1994-95 when I went to work for a large corporation. I was a line cook for the restaurant, and on the menu we had a Monte Cristo sandwich. And there are lots and lots of recipes on Google or YouTube about the Monte Cristo sandwich, and there's a lot of different ways to make it. But we made it on a couple pieces of Texas toast. It's going to get some sliced ham and some sliced turkey, and it would also get a slice of cheddar cheese and Swiss cheese, and I am not going to use either one of those. I'm not going to put any cheese on this at all, and that's of course going to change the flavor of it. But cheese is one thing I am trying to do without, so I'm going to eliminate it out of there. And on the bread, the first thing we would be doing is coating this with a lot of good butter and or margarine, either one. It would get a lot of it on there. And this is going to be the inside of the sandwich. This is going to be the outside of the sandwich. We're not going to be putting any butter on there because I am also trying to eliminate that from my diet. So the first thing I need to do is I need to crack a couple of eggs and get them in here and whip them up, because this is going to be cooked like a piece of French toast. So there we go. I have cracked myself 3 large eggs. I could do more. I'm going to be having this sandwich pretty much every day, so we'll start to whip that up. And at the restaurant we would have put in quite a bit of salt and black pepper for seasoning. Now I'm trying to cut out salt, so I'm not going to put any salt in there, but I'm going to give it a pretty good dose of black pepper. I can have that. And then we just have to sit here and just whip this thing up like crazy. And there we go. We got that whipped up nice and thick and fluffy. So we got Grandma's old cast iron skillet. We'll need some way to grill it. And I love to use cast iron for such things. We got that on there warming up. We'll need a little bit of oil in there. I've got avocado oil and peanut oil that I can use. So the way we made this at the corporation, we would have covered this with butter. Nice big thick layer of butter on there. And then we would have put a slice of cheddar cheese here and a slice of Swiss there. And then we would have started piling the ham on one side and the turkey on the other. And then it would be complete. But at some point, maybe 2 or 3 years after I started there, we hired a new sous chef. And the sous chef worked the night shift. He was kind of in charge of the swing shift, and the executive sous chef was in charge of the day shift, and the executive chef would just kind of bounce all around. And our sous chef decided to make a change. He liked the butter on one side, but on the other side he wanted to put something really strange on there called strawberry preserves. And we were all like, what, huh? That's crazy. He wouldn't put strawberry preserves on a grilled sandwich. Well, it is an absolute game changer as far as I'm concerned. The strawberry preserves really made this thing. But he had 2 changes for this sandwich. That was one of them, and that was a good change. But the other change was he did not want us to use egg batter, or egg wash as it's called in the restaurant business. He wanted us to use tempura batter, and we all scratched our heads at that, because that's for, deep frying fish and other things, onion rings, whatnot. And but he insisted that we needed to start dipping this sandwich in tempura batter, and then instead of putting it on the flat grill or the cast iron skillet in my situation, he wanted the sandwich deep fried. And it just did not come out right. And a lot of the regular people that ordered the Monte Cristo were not happy about that and complained about it. So eventually the executive chef went back to using the egg batter, and then everybody was happy. But we kept the strawberry preserves because that really makes this sandwich. Since we're not going to do butter on one side, we're just going to go ahead and get the old strawberry preserves on here, get them spread out really nice. I really had no idea how good the strawberry preserves would be on this sandwich, and it just really makes it, like I said, it's just an absolute game changer as far as the Monte Cristo. Alright, so just strawberry preserves on one side of it. So then we would just take and just lay some ham on there. Doesn't have to be too much because it's also going to get a nice portion of turkey on the other side. And we're going to leave this side of the bread plain. So there we go. Our turkey's kind of all sticking together there. So we could do it like that, but I'm just going to do it like this. And it's kind of hard to make this without putting some cheese on there, because I dearly, dearly love cheese. But unfortunately, it's just not going to work. I need to cut the cheese out, and it's for my benefit. So kind of get everything stuffed in there. Now we need to get some toothpicks. Actually, we don't need the toothpicks quite yet. There we go. I'll just set them there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just barely trim this edge. And of course you're going to catch some of your meat and cheese in there, if we had cheese in there. So we want that surface to be nice and flat. Now this is the way we did it at the hotel. And of course those little trimmed pieces can be eaten right away. So why are we doing this? It's because we're going to cook this sandwich on every side, so we want that to be kind of trimmed. Now we need to perfectly cut that in half, and we need the edges and all that just to be really nice. And you can see how that looks in there. So now that is going to go into the egg batter, but we got to keep this thing kind of together. But I think we can move this over here. We can move our cutting board. Okay, I don't remember exactly how we did this with the toothpicks, but that's to keep it together. Our skillet is got some avocado oil in it, so now we just need to dip our sandwich down in there. And I put the toothpick in too soon, I guess. Now, and we're going to get it on every corner of it. Now we're going to go into the skillet, and quickly we need to get the other one done. There we go. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've made one of these. There we go. Kind of messy here at home. There we go. We need to get a toothpick in that one there. There we go. We got plenty of egg batter left over for tomorrow's sandwich. Put a toothpick in there. Might have to add a little bit more oil to that. We got a nice spatula. I think I'll get a smaller spatula. There we go. We got a little bit smaller one there. Should always use plastic utensils inside your cast iron so you don't end up... Oh, look at that. That's nice and brown. Look at that. Now let's go ahead and turn that one. Oh, look at that. That came out really good. So another ingredient that I don't have and don't want to use is powdered sugar. And when this thing's ready to serve, it should be covered with a nice snowstorm of powdered sugar. But that's another thing that I just don't need. Alright, likely that is, actually turn that down a little bit. That is going to be Oh, look at that, nice and browned. Kind of flopped over on there on me. Go ahead and get that one. Oh yeah, kind of a pain trying to keep these sandwiches all nice and neat, because you want them to be really nice and square for a nice presentation. But it's working out pretty good. Okay, I think we're ready to turn this one again. I think we're just about there. We still got to grill that side. And then this side, this one, has been grilled on both those edges. So now we're going to grill on that side. I have not actually added any more avocado oil. I have just enough in there. You can see how nice and golden brown that sandwich is. Truly, it is going to be a delicious sandwich. So honestly, I don't know where our sous chef got the idea that these things should be dipped in tempura batter. Took me a minute to remember how to pronounce that. Tempura batter, and then deep fried. They just came out they came out a whole lot bigger, but they just had this huge crusty shell on there, and I guess that's okay, but a lot of the regulars did not like having their Monte Cristo like that. There we go. Okay, we need to just pull that toothpick out now. There we go. We can put it in there to kind of hold it together. I'm kind of remembering now how we did that. Oh, look at that. There we go. So, just a few more minutes and we're going to have a delicious sandwich to eat for my lunch. So, there's really no wrong way to make this sandwich. There's lots of different ways to do it. And I think we got the bottom just a little bit too hot, but it's okay. And the nice thing about cast iron is it holds its heat really well. So anyway, that's I'm gonna have to wipe that out, and our pan will be all ready for tomorrow's sandwich. Cast iron cleans up really well as long as the seasoning is really good on it. It's smoking slightly. I got it just a tad bit hotter than I should have, but it can take a lot. So this sandwich would be really good with French fries or potato salad or potato chips, or in my case, a nice tossed little green salad with some oil and vinaigrette dressing perhaps. And you can see how the powdered sugar on there, snowing it on there, would just make it look very, very appetizing. So comment down below, have you ever had a Monte Cristo cooked like this or any other way? And I think it's a very, very tasty sandwich. So that's it for now. Please like and subscribe and comment down below. Thanks for watching.